Howdy, folks. Hope y'all are doing well. Let me get the other tablet up here and make sure that my audio is actually working. And it appears like it is, so we're good to go, or should be good to go. Hope y'all are having a wonderful Tuesday. And hope you enjoyed your week off without a Help with Gadgets Live. We were on vacation last week, and just was not convenient to to do a live while we were on vacation. So that's why we did the giveaway early. Hope y'all understand. Hey, Mr. Eddie. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's go back up to the very top. Hello, Henry G and Marco and Gonzo. And Dana says, hopefully I'm not already in bed when this starts. Yes, I'm old and infirm. Stay off my grass. Absolutely. Thanks, Dana. Appreciate it. There's Grandma Fogg and Fred the Lug. Let's see. Ryan Crow says, Tommy, help with gadgets. Let's see who else we have here. TKE says, hello, friends and neighbors. Thanks for being here, TKE. And let me keep on scrolling. I'm only 8 minutes behind now. Hopefully that'll catch up. Paul Mills, thank you for being here, man. And by 8 minutes, I mean it's y'all were commenting 8 minutes ago. Now it's 3 minutes, so that's about the time we started. So good deal. Will Tommy Boy emulate his Hero of the Night's swedge? Oh, Ron. Oh, me. I'm going to have to have a talk with you next time on one of your lives. All right. Just kidding. There, Ron. Paul Mill says, hello, TKE, my Predator bros someday. Speaking of Predator, I have one of those in the house. Rather interesting happenings, how I ended up with it, but that'll be part of tonight's story time, I guess. And there's Mr. Eddie says, late, I'm out, can't support people that are late to their own party. And let's see who else. There's Mo Patty says, hey, help with gadgets in the wrong time zone. There was a friendly conversation going on Caleb's live a while ago about Eastern time being the proper time zone. And Mo Patty disagreed with that. That's okay. Fred the Lug says, help with gadgets, long time no see. Let's see. I think it's actually been 1 week ago yesterday since I actually saw Fred the Lug in person. That's how I ended up with the Predator in hand. So, in fact, I came back home with 2 blast knives and several other knives that Fred passed off to me to review. So, fun stuff. I had fun keeping quite a few knives on me as I traveled back. So, anyhow, that was fun. All right, Eagle Scout says, yo, yo. Hey, Eagle Scout, thank you for being here. And I think I've said hello to Marco and Gonzo. Fred says, I was so sad to see that one go, even though it's way too big for me. I miss it. I assume you're probably talking about the Predator there. There's SC Knife Monkey says, good evening, Tommy and fam. SC Knife Monkey, thank you for being here. And Eagle Scout says, how's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone is, again, having a wonderful Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, that's right, because that's we were off yesterday from work. Kind of gave us a day to regroup a little bit from our vacation. Well, actually, we got back early um, Saturday morning. I think it was about 5:30, a little bit after 5:30 when the train pulled into to Greenville, and so we did ride the train from Boston all the way down to Greenville, South Carolina, which was quite interesting, but very good trip. The attendants that we had on the train were top notch, I have to say. Um, and the cool thing was one was training a new person, so I think they picked out a good trainer for the new person. So it was awesome. It was a good deal. All right, Roger Baker, thank you for being here, man. Hope you had a awesome day. And I actually picked up 2 TRMs while I was up there. But yes, that is the TRM that I picked up. It actually came with these scales on it, and if we have time later on, we'll probably do a scale swap live just to show you how to do that, and then I want to actually video swapping it back to the denim micarta scales. So that's part of the planned activities for tonight. Roger Baker says, my brother lives in Greenville, South Carolina. Awesome, Roger. We actually live in the southern part of the county, about as far south in Greenville County as you can get, but very cool. It's a small world. Was very close. Well, I assume I was very close to Dana. Turns out I was probably close to Matt Moore and Caleb and maybe a few other people as we traveled. So that was really cool. Waylon, thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us for a few minutes. All right, you guys, let me know what you're carrying today. In pocket today for me was the TRM Shadow. This is their new Rev B with the elongated opening hole there, and I like it a lot. Also had the Vosteed Croc, and what else did I have? I carried several other things during the day. I had the Benchmade 940 for a while in pocket. What else did I have? I carried I don't know if I actually carried that one today. That may have been that would have been the main things that I carried was the was these 2, and then the Benchmade 940 I had in pocket for a little while as well. I had to swap some things out as I was doing some walking and flicking videos, and so I had taken some of the things out of my pocket earlier, but still had these 2 in. All right, let's see. Dana says we need a Boston meeting. That would be cool, but I'm a long ways from Boston. But hey, there's Fred the Lug. He's not too far away, and that would be awesome. Did I miss something? Did I say Shadow? I meant Bulldog. I think I was looking at a Shadow earlier tonight, and but you're right. It's named after their 2 Bulldogs, which are pretty awesome. I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit. Mind of Milton says, well, hello, peeps. Hey, Mind of Milton, hope you're doing well. I think you may have been traveling last week as well. I didn't keep up with things quite as much as I could have while we were on vacation, but I did keep up a little bit. Eagle Scout says QSP Penguin in S90V. I have actually no, it's not S90V. I actually have one in L Max that that a friend gifted to me, and use that one for my comparison videos. Mo Patty says I had a Demco that she carried a Demco 20.5 that I just switched the scales on. Very cool. Mo Patty, what scales did you switch from and to there? And the crock is pretty cool. I do like that blade. I did put it in my pocket already, didn't I? I like that there's multiple opening methods as well. And it feels like I've got some pocket lint or something on that one. There it goes. Wasn't making good sounds. And then Dana asked, what scales? Very cool. Fred says carried the Golden Design Works Subcaliber and a Vosteed Raccoon V today. Very cool. Eagle Scout says I returned my crock. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic knife, but just wasn't for me. Eagle Scout, does it need to be a little bit longer blade there, or was it something else? Neil McKenzie celebrates 5 months of membership. Neil McKenzie, thank you so much for that 5 months. Really appreciate that. Thanks, Neil McKenzie. All right, Mo Patty says Rips, so she got some Rips Garage scales, and I think I saw that she went from the original to those Rips. Very cool. We'll have to, and if you guys want to, you can actually go on TKE's Discord. Make sure you get the Help with Gadgets live pocket check, and you can drop it in there, and we'll take a look at them here in just a few minutes. And if I forget, y'all scream at me and remind me. Okay? Okay. All right, let's see here. Mind Milton says he was traveling and then going to New York in a couple of weeks. Just a well-traveled feller, that guy Milton is. That's awesome. That's a good question. Can we ask for TKE and the administrator to set up a channel on the Discord? Want to meet up? People where we'll put where they're going to see if people are up for get-togethers. That's a very cool idea. Fred, and he says I travel a lot for fun, and he takes off and drives places. He drove a couple hours to meet up with my wife and I up in Massachusetts, and I want to say right there at Three Rivers Manufacturing, right at TRM. And we had breakfast and played with knives before driving over to TRM, which was awesome. So had a good day that day, and then drove for the rest of that day as we took off across Vermont, cut the corner of Vermont, then up through New Hampshire, and had some adventures up in that area for for pretty much the entirety of last week. All right, let's see. Fred said, or Mind Milton said, Fred, I'll be there the week of the 15th. There you go. But Petty says she went from the original to the Rips. Not sure if she likes the thickness of them. Very cool. I think, maybe, hopefully, if you get used to the thickness of them. But you know how to swap them out to something else. So there's always that. Henry G, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Jim Cox says, hi, hey, friends. And Eagle Scout says the button was too small. On the, I can see that. It does have a thinner profile button. I haven't noticed that, but again, a lot of and I say this on my reviews. Um, a lot of this stuff is personal preference. I mean, it's just how it works for you. Um, but what and I'm the same way. Everybody, well, not everybody. A lot of folks love the porcupine, and I did not like the porcupine so much. That just it wasn't a good fit for me. So, and that's fine. That's just the way it is. Oh, me. Waylon says, "Did you travel through West Virginia?" I did not, sir, and I was already back home. We got home early Saturday morning uh, into Greenville, and we were on the train. So you can't blame it on me. That weren't me. Twasn't I, Waylon. But that's funny. Hopefully you're not. Hopefully you're just kidding about your mailbox being on the road. But nothing surprises me much anymore. I will say, driving through New England was different than what I thought. Um, Boston was Boston. I mean, Boston was crazy. Um, the drivers in Boston are something else. However, um, the rest of New England, it was it was interesting because traveling on the interstates, you didn't get, at least in my limited experience, we weren't getting run over by people trying to run your car off the road or push you down the interstate. Actually, in some towns, like if I was trying to pull out of a parking lot or something, people would actually stop and let you out. Now, the rental car did have Massachusetts plates on it. However, I don't know that was the thing. It just I saw drivers doing that for other people. So even it was more laid back than here in the upstate of South Carolina. Boston was a different story. Let's see. Mind of Milton has linked Mo Patty's YouTube, and thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that, Mind of Milton. Oh, hang on just a second. I'm going to grab my water. I'll be right back. Thank y'all for hanging on a second. I had my water fixed and forgot it. It was in the kitchen there, so I had to grab that. There is Marco linking the Pocket Check Discord there. Appreciate that, Marco. And Eagle Scout's thinking about getting the CJRB Pirate. It's hard not to. That's a winner. I don't have that particular model. I don't think, but this is a great knife. And I need to fix that. Turn on that. Sorry, guys. A week out of doing this, and I forgot to turn on the do not disturb. So you don't want that buzzing coming across the speakers there. And Mind of Milton's linking Eagle Scout. Thank you again for doing that, Milton. Milton says, "Mom, take me with you. Drop me off in New Jersey." Jim Cox is kidding. I think I saw a note about that, about making it to Blade West. And I think that's coming up in October, if I'm not mistaken. I do not know that for a fact. That is not on the agenda for this year, but it would be cool to hit up Blade Show West or Blade Show Texas at some point in time. But I'm I'm thinking west is preferable. I think west may be a little bit larger than Texas, if I'm not mistaken. Eagle Scout says I can do a get together in the Houston area if anyone is down here. I know somebody that used to go to Houston quite a bit, but they've moved now and not so much anymore. Yep, Jim Cox says that was a joke, YouTube. Mopedi says I love the pattern on the new scales. My second scale swap, and yes, the spring had to be found. Yeah, that's interesting. That's always interesting when you take apart a 80/20, and you've got to be careful that spring launches itself. Dana says, did TRM have a nice showroom? It was. They don't have a dedicated showroom. It's the area where they pack orders up, so you can pretty much walk around and browse stuff that they have to see that's there for to pack up. So, but it was a very cool visit to TRM, and Marianne and Les are awesome, and they had 2 puppy dogs that my wife just loved, and she was able to get her puppy fix after being away from our dogs for a couple of days. So it was awesome, and the Bulldogs, the name came from those puppies. So I did pick that one up while there, and actually they gave me this one. The Nerd. This one will be a giveaway when I get to 1,500 subs. So we'll be giving that away hopefully in a little bit. I think I have about 270 subs to get to the 1,500 mark, and we'll plan that, and also some other goodies that they provided for the channel. Got some stickers and a titanium keychain. So very nice of them to do so. And this was actually my first TRM. That was she handed that one to me actually before I got that one. But this is the first one that I've purchased and really like it. So Jim Cox says the rips are wider than stock, and apparently that is the case. Yeah. Good thing. Drape a microfiber towel and hope it catches the spring as it launches. Kathleen Smith, thank you for being here, ma'am. Do appreciate it. Roger Baker says like the PSYOP too. Dana says I'm married to a Boston driver. Yeah, that Boston was interesting. Actually had someone cut me off in a intersection, which then left me stuck out in the intersection. But I just ended up driving up beside them and getting back around them. So it was interesting. But then there was other times where somebody rolled down their window and yelled. So it was an interesting time. Jim says sell them and buy some rock scale. And Mopedi says now you tell me. J1, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Brian White says Mass is like that. Crazy drivers. It was just it was mainly in Boston. There was other when we were in Gloucester. That was I'm pretty sure that was one of the towns that my wife was saying people were actually letting other people out. Like if you were trying to get out of a parking lot, someone actually stopped and let us get out into the road. So, which is not normal down here. Let's see. Ron Dobbins, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. Pretty sure I said hello to Paul Mills as well. I think I've been on at least 2 or 3 lives this evening. So if I don't say hello to you and you say hello, scream back at me. That's okay. It's true. Dark water can do any anodizing that you want. And Ron Dobbins says, hope you all are having a great day today, everyone. You too, Ron Dobbins. Appreciate you being here, man. Let me see if I can get caught up here. Am I taking apart the Predator? I do believe TK said that was a go for that. So yes, sir, I do plan on taking apart the Predator. Fred the Look says, no. Wait a minute. What are we talking about here? What's Fred saying no for? Patty says, does anyone have the TRM comment? I do not, and I'm not even sure which one that is. Ron Diamond says, everyone make sure you're subscribed, like that video, and hit that thumbs up. Absolutely. And the quicker we get to 1,500, the quicker we can have a pretty cool giveaway, because that's not the only knife in the giveaway. Ross says, stopping by to say hello. Big thumbs up. Gotta go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here and stopping by, Rolf. Fred says, I posted on Pocket Check what I bought at TRM when I was with you. Very cool. Milton says, I need a TRM Atom. I gave away the Neutron, but I'm getting the bug again. Yeah, I can see that. Check with Fred. Let's see here. Adventure 50, thank you for being here, man. Ron Crow says 271 now. Cool. And that's that number will bounce up and down. So wait a minute. That's 50. Adventure 50, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Dragoon LSK, hey man, thank you for being here. Paul Mills says, I've got the Atom, Neutron, and Bulldog. The Atom was going to be my second choice if they didn't have the Bulldog, but they did have the Bulldog, and I am liking this thing. Great size and oh so slicey. Ron Diamond says, I have the TRM Neutron and Nerd. I was thinking about getting the Atom too. Very cool. Milton says the Neutron is good. Eagle Scout says I'm at 726 subs right now. Road to 1,000's getting closer. Congrats on that, Eagle Scout, and keep on after it. And if you're not subbed to Eagle Scout EDC, and if his link is not already up there, if someone could drop his link, and if you're not subbed, please go do so. That would be awesome. And I'm trying to skip over ones that I have already said hello to, and they're just saying hello to others. That's right, Eagle Scout, you're getting there. Have no time. Just keep going. TKE says hello, Tajamas, whatever that is. And he dropped a couple of emojis there. Thank you, TKE. TKE, I'm allowed to disassemble and clean the Predator, correct? There's Paul saying, oh, the no was for if TRM had a nice showroom. They just had a pre-shipping room that was used as a showroom. And I think it was handwritten on the door that was the showroom or something to that effect. I don't remember exactly. But, and they had just come back from the show at the New York show. So they had stuff in boxes and stuff. So Mind of Milton says, Fitty, you buying subs again? LOL, JK. Mo Patty, thank you for being here, man. Do appreciate it. Thank you for coming by. And always a pleasure to see you. There's Marco Lincoln Adventure 50. And I think I saw Adventure 50 said, oh, okay. And I missed that. I'm glad I went back and looked. Adventure 50 celebrates 6 months of membership. Thank you so much for that. Let me say thank you. Thank you, Adventure 50. Do appreciate that. Past 2K subs giveaway updates in my next live. Congratulations on 2K Adventure 50. That is awesome. And y'all go check out Adventure 50 for the giveaway update. A big giveaway update in the next live. So that's awesome. Do appreciate it. All right. Oops. I'm going to keep on scrolling. There was some comments there. Ooh. Yeah, what Fred said. NYCKS. I know. I'm way far back. I'm getting there though. I'm getting caught up. Ron Dobbins says, "Does anyone know of any knife shows that are coming to the San Diego area?" Oh, that's a good question. I do not know about out there, Ron. The only ones that I am familiar with in that area is, of course, Blade West, which I think is in the Salt Lake City area, and there's one in a town called Seaside, in somewhere around Portland, I think. Mr. Eddie says, "Stay tuned for a Mind of Milton giveaway." Well, hello there, Eddie. I thought you were gone, man. Thank you for being here, Mr. Eddie, and thanks for pointing out the Mind of Milton giveaway as well. Not sure when that is, but more details to come from Mind of Milton. TK says, "Packing up knives and lurking." TK, are you listening? It's okay to do a disassembly and cleaning of this at some point, right? Right. Dana says, "There's Ron Dobbins reminding everyone that he lives in sunny San Diego." Fred says, "In LA they have CCKS. Seaside is in Oregon." Adventure 50, "I am located in upstate South Carolina." As you can, well, you probably knew the general area from my southern twang, but yes, sir, it's in upstate South Carolina. Ron Dobbins says, "You forgot to say I live in San Diego, right at the beach." You forgot that, Dana. Come on, man. Fred Lug says, "CCKS is twice a year. They have a custom-oriented show, but there are some production makers there too." And TKE says, "Yes, it's on washers." We'll see next time you send me something with bearings. There's Dana picking back at Ron a little bit. Yes, sir. I do plan on doing a disassembly on that one. That be the plan as of now. But I've got to get one out for Fred because it's sold, and I want to do a scale swap video for the to get up on the shadow, the bulldog. I keep calling it a shadow. Fred, watch me, because I'm liable to say the wrong one. And SC Knife Monkey is back. All right, so yes, so back to the trip. We had an awesome trip. We drove up after we went to TRM, and again, awesome folks there. Was able to see a lot of the different stations that they do a lot of the different stuff at. Was really cool there. Fred was able to show Les a lot of his some of his custom knives, and Les was really enjoying that. Then after we left there, we drove up through New Hampshire, and in fact was in northern New Hampshire by the end of that day. The next day we went to Mount Washington, which is one of the tallest, well, it's the tallest mountain in the northeastern U.S. It's not as tall as Mount Mitchell, which is up in Asheville. But you've already said it, Fred, and it's Bulldog. And I know that because of the puppy dogs there. But so we drove up to northern New Hampshire, went up to Mount Washington. Weather was I think it was 39 degrees, and the winds were blowing about 40 to 50 miles an hour. Actually, dropped a picture of the knife, this knife from the top of Mount Washington there. But that was really interesting. If you ever have a chance to go up on Mount Washington, take the there's two ways to get up. You can go up the Auto Club road, or you can go up the Cog Railway. We went up the road mainly because it was less expensive, but we had an awesome time. And then from there, we drove over to Portland, Maine, and my wife was not impressed with Portland. If y'all are from that area, I'm sorry. No offense. She didn't like it, and we went through some of the streets, got down to the wharf area or the seaport area, and turned around and drove south from there. So that was pretty cool, because then we ended up in Kennebunkport, and that was interesting. Went and walked on the beach the next day, and then drove down to Gloucester. And Gloucester was really cool because we went on a whale watching tour and had some whales, some humpback whales, really close to the boat. That was pretty cool. I mean, within feet of the boat and then right under the boat. So it was pretty wild. And so we enjoyed that. Then drove on down to, drove down to Salem the next day, and saw some of the historical stuff, not the crazy stuff. But we did munch on some lobster there, Henry G. I'm seeing some of the comments as they go across, but I hadn't seen them all. But I had to be careful. My feet tend to not like the high purine stuff, but I did try some of the lobster that my wife got, and it was awesome. Dana says the road up to Mount Washington is treacherous. It is crazy. That's 6,200 feet, and the road does not have guardrails on it. So that was pretty crazy. Let me catch back up, and then I'll try to get back with the story, as it were. Fred says I said it already. Bulldog. Yep. Mr. Eddie says, what's a bulldog? Dana says, I've camped and hiked Mount Washington. Yeah, if you're hiking up Mount Washington, that's crazy. That is nuts. That just looking at the list of people that have passed away while climbing Mount Washington is crazy. There's actually a list of them up in the building up there at the top. SC Knife Monkey says, meeting this Saturday at 10. Love to have you. Send me the details there, SC Knife Monkey. I am not sure, but if I don't do it, be up with you guys soon. It's about to be hunting season, so Australia says, sup, Paul Mills, having dinner and listening to this. Don't say it like you're not enjoying it, Mr. Eddie. Ron Dobbins says, anyone else watching the U.S. Open? I did. We watched it a little bit while we were eating out the other night, but haven't watched it since we got back. And there's Dana's comment about the road to up Mount Washington is treacherous. This is true. Climbing is treacherous as well. And yep, we did HWG. And then Neil McKenzie said, I spent some summers in Phillips, Maine. Don't know where that is. We did not get to explore Maine a whole lot. But it was interesting to be able to go through there. And we, like I mentioned, we drove down to Kennebunkport. We stayed there one night. So TK says, do pocket check. Okay, we'll have to do a pocket check. Let me get caught up and then do the pocket check. TK says, like the Predator, I haven't even carried it yet, man. But the action on this thing is really, really good. Looking forward to playing with it some. Paul Mills says, I won a mini bug out last night with titanium scales. Pretty sweet win. Awesome. That's very cool. Fred Deluxe says, in preparation for lobster and steak, a la Purina. Absolutely. Uh-oh. Dana says, I was born in Portland, Tommy, so let your not wife know that I'm sorry she didn't like the place of my birth. That's awesome, Dana. We'll have to chat sometime. Ron Diamond says, my family's from Boston. I go back there sometimes, and I go up to Maine and eat some lobster, too. We stopped at one place that was supposed to be famous, and we weren't impressed. But then the place that we went to in Gloucester, that was down in Massachusetts. That was really good. So the famous place was not all it was cracked up to be in our opinion. Marcus is much like TKE's lives, no guardrails. And Fred Deluxe says, in case you forgot, Bulldog. That's right. Y'all listen to me. Make sure I don't say Shadow. Venture 50 says, I did the road on a motorcycle. It's oh wow. Yeah, there was a guy on a motorcycle in front of us, but yeah, that was it would have been interesting it would have been interesting and very cold on a bike. Oh my. Mr. Eddie says, Paul, send it to me. You don't like bench, man. And Neil says, Western Maine, north of Augusta. Okay. Mr. Eddie says, Bulldog or Predator. Bulldog, because the Bulldog's mine. And Paul Mill says, Predator, please. All right. Let's see. Let me get Discord pulled up and get it to the proper place. And back it on up. Let's see. What's the date here? I don't know when. I think I missed some the other day. We're going to start here. All right, let me share my screen here. Nope, wrong thing. Share screen. And then we can let's see if that worked. I think it did work. So now, oops, now I got to go back over here and find it. All right. That went away again. Come on now. Hopefully, I will be getting a new computer soon because this one's. There we go. All right. There's guns. That looks like a. Oh, come on, guys. I know what that one is, and I can't. I can't think of it. And I'm hating it because I can't remember. I've actually done a review. I've actually done a review on one of these. Y'all help me out. Somebody, anybody. All right. I'm gonna remember it probably in a minute, and um, oh well, I can't remember. There's Fred the Lug. I know I think I missed this one last. I think I'm Dawn. Dawn. That's it. It was the Dawn. Um, and but I can't remember the other part. Anyhow, this is Fred has. This is a Jake McCoy disciple, purple Bakelite Nicholas Damascus. That is an awesome looking knife. And Jake McCoy seemed like a cool dude. Eagle Scout says, "Can someone please drop the link to the Discord if one of you guys would be so nice as to do so?" Ron Dobbins, have a good night, man. Appreciate you being here. TC Blades. Again, this is from last month, but I think I missed these. And I don't know what either one of that looks like a Norseman, and I don't know what this one is. Fred probably knows what it is. There's TKE with his custom Spyderco. And there's Mind of Milton with his, I think that's a Medford. I don't know which one it is, but that looks pretty cool. There's Mo Patty, and that was from tonight. That's her new scales. Those look pretty interesting. I like the texture pattern on there. And the color pattern is not that bad either. Not my preference, but it looks pretty cool. And she has a blacked out version of the 8020. Very cool. I think she's already gone. Fred says Golden Design Works Slim, TRM Neutron 2 in special edition frag. And that was pretty cool because they actually took those frag scales and put them on while Fred was waiting. So that was very cool. And then the Vosteed Raccoon 5. I guess that's what that one is. Very cool. Looks nice. And I don't even think I played with Fred's with this knife before we left. So very cool. And TK's playing with ball bearings for some odd reason. Who knows why? But that's TKE. Dragoon's got the pink stuff. Kaiser Momo and a Kaiser. I don't remember which one that is. And a Kaiser something else up there. So color coordinated. That's very cool. Dana said that's a new premium Vosteed Raccoon Vanker lock. Well, that the V would stand for Vanker instead of 5. So absolutely. Mad Yako. Thank you for being here, man. By the way, guys, the Hank on my desk is a Mad Yako Hank. Mr. Eddie says I want to sell all my eyes. Interesting. All right, let's see what else we got. Mad Yako has a plethora of cool knives there. Looks like a Spyderco Mule maybe on the left there, and then I'm not sure what the other ones are, but some very cool fixed blades there, sir. Eagle Scout. Ooh, do I play this? Okay, there we go. Got the penguin. Very nice. Hopefully it's playing there. I was going to see if I could. There we go. Full screen. Very cool. Awesome there. All right, let's see if I got anything else. Something else just popped up here. Jim Cox got one of those Vasti Crocs with a looks like purple and yellow. Is that LSU colors? Ron? I mean Jim. Jim may not be an LSU fan, but I figured I'd say that for TKE's benefit since he is. Very cool. All right, we're going to pull that to the side. Actually, I don't know if that's pulling that to the side, but we'll keep an eye out, see if we've got any others. And I should be able to come up here, double click. Awesome. Okay, very cool. I can easily switch back if I see any other ones pop up. This is a Mad Yako Hank, y'all. Where he put my logo on there. So really appreciate that. All right, back to the comments because I think I'm way behind. Let's see. Dana says that road on a motorcycle is crazy. Yeah, I was giving the guy in front of me plenty of room, and then coming back down the road, there was somebody that couldn't drive, and every time they would meet somebody, they would stop completely, not even close to the edge of the road, and the person on the other side was having to squeeze by, and then, I mean, he wasn't driving fast at all, wasn't going, and then came to a turnout and kept on going, and I'm like, he finally moved over and let me pass, but that would have been it probably made the drive down an extra 20 minutes longer or something. Mr. Eddie's trying that Jedi stuff. Oh, me. There's Ron saying goodnight. Let's see. Paul, I'm probably not going to do it on the live tonight, but I do plan on doing a disassembly video on it. Maybe we'll do it on another live, but I hadn't planned on taking it apart on this live. I'm sorry, I may have misunderstood earlier, but I appreciate you being here, man. Oh yeah, that's that rock that's supposed to be heading this way. Eagle Scout, don't worry. Fred had a long time without winning anything, and then I think he ended up winning 2 or 3. So just never know. And what Paul's saying, I thought the same thing until I started winning. I usually win in streaks and then not win for 6 months. Yeah, I've won a few. I've won a few knives. In fact, won this one a few weeks ago. Uh, so you just never know. There's been a few. This the Canary I won, and some of them will be turned around into uh, giveaways as well. So Dana says V for Vancor, right? The sheepdog. That's the one I was trying to figure out. I could remember it, and I should have been should have remembered because it's a sheepdog or sheep's foot. But I have actually not had that knife. Dragoon says, "I mean, you awesome host. You thanks, Dragoon. I appreciate it." And Mad Yako saying, "Edgy Vigilantes and my Mad Vigilante blank. Cool, very cool, man. I think I did see you were working on some knives, so that's very cool." Eagle Scout says, "That's the exact crock I got." Yep, I agree, Paul Mills. It's a pretty cool design. Who won what game, TK? Dana says, "Lots of purple today. I'm surrounded by my peeps." Ah, very cool. So they came in today. We met. Banker V was waiting on me when I was at home when I returned. William says, "Those are Viking colors." That's true, too. Dana wants you to rehome that raccoon, Fred, if you get tired of it. Ron Crow says, "I just bought the TPK limited QSP S90V Ultim Penguin and last two anodized CGRB Mallory Small Centros." He likes that Ultim stuff. Jim says, "Not LSU nor Vikings." You just like the color combo, right? And Mr. Eddie, Mom will take some of your knives. Eagle Scout says maroon is better than purple and yellow. Take a case. Dragoon says, "I already have my first 4 to 6 giveaway knives and stickers ready." Paul Mill says, "Mr. Eddie, you really getting tired of knife collecting?" No, sir, I am not a lefty, but I have a lefty knife here um, that I get to play with. Um, so not only do I have the Blessed Predator in hand, but also um, another Blessed knife. That one actually belongs to Carco, but that one is the Ripley. That's actually the number three one, and that one's a lefty version. So I've had Carco's Newt previous to this, so this is actually the third blessed knife that I've had on the channel. Mr. Eddie says that he's heavily considering getting out of the knife game. Fred says, "I won 2 knives, one I kept, and one I DSKF est." And says he's gotten bored with the knife collecting. these up a little bit. I just realized that these weren't on screen very well. Yes, he will make lefties as well. That one, and then the newt that Carco has also is a lefty as well. And William says, finally ordered a knife with Ultim Geo Ethereal in M39. Very cool. All right. What else are we going to do today? We can talk a little bit. Let me get these knives off the table, and I want to do that scale swap on the Bulldog right quick. But this one is the Tempest Knives Mach 71 prototype. And this one's actually pretty good. I like that the tip of the blade is below the center line of the knife. That's been something that I've noticed on some of the other Tempest designs. And this one seems to be really well done. Don't dislike this one at all. So disassembly and cleaning video coming on that one. And then let's see, this one is the I forget, this is the MBK, I want to say Warthog, but I may be wrong about that. Fred, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not here on my list, but I think this is the Warthog, but I'm not sure on that one. A relatively inexpensive knife, and I think it's pretty cool. There's Blue Minati Ninja. Thank you for being here, Blue. So planning on doing a disassembling cleaning on this one as well. But I like that one. Very nice milling pattern on this one, as you can see there. This is a KB Knives Pioneer, and that milling is awesome, but for some reason this thing feels very slick in hand. That being said, I like it. I don't love it, but I like it a lot. And I'm getting more used to thumb stud knives, so there's that too. And then this is the, I don't know the name of this one either. This is the GTC something or another. Fred must have stepped out, but that there, and I don't. It's the Wii something. Anyhow, the cool thing about this one, it's got this flipper tab. Let me see if I can show you. You pull the flipper tab out, and then it flips up very cool, very easily. So I thought that was a pretty cool design. That one's from Fred as well. Looks nice with that topo pattern, topographical pattern there in the scale. So that one's neat as well. We've got the TRM Nerd, the Holy Nerd, and I can reverse flick that one. So that one's actually going to be a giveaway knife on the 1500K giveaway. That's the TRM Bulldog going back in pocket. And then we also have the aforementioned Bless Ripley and the Bless Predator, courtesy of TKE. And I think he's mentioned something about a giveaway. I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. We're not starting that one again. All right, let me pull this off to the side and get my mat out here and show you how to do a scale swap. Let me check and make sure that we're caught up. something about fine collectible spoons, teaspoons, something like that. I don't know. Mr. Eddie's. This is Ew Devo. Did I say the wrong thing? No. Tipus knives, that's right. Mill says, I know Jack Wolf is best, Mr. Eddie. And I'm going to leave that one there. Even Mind of Milton agree. Mm-hmm. Eagle Scouts is like that MBK. Yep, it's pretty cool and not very expensive either. That is one of the new Bulldogs with the larger hull. I think they call it Rev B. Yep. I'm actually, the reason I'm doing the scale swap now is that I changed to the denim scales in the actually the hotel room a couple of nights after getting it. So I want to swap these back and then do a video of the scale swap. By the way, to you guys, it comes with extra hardware. So if you get an extra pair of scales, it comes with additional hardware, which I thought was pretty cool. These are the scales that was on the knife when I got it, and then I got these scales as well, and I really like those. Mind of Milton sharpen that bless. I do not know what he's talking about, but it must be a spoon. All right, heirloom teaspoons, and then Mr. He says, scratch the bless. What? Don't you be telling me to scratch Carco's knives. He's not even on here. And there's Dana Fred agreeing with Dana to rehome that raccoon. That's right. MBK is a Wolverine S90V titanium for $140. And Mr. Eddie likes S90V too. Oh, I'm getting caught up there, but anyhow. And the GTC Coral. That's the GTC Coral with the pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and do this scale swap here. I need to get my. Well, I gotta find my. There we go. Got a T10. You just take the pivot out. And T6 on the body screws. So you just take those body screws loose. Which is very simple to do. And then take the pocket clip screws loose. And then one more. That body screw there. And then just take and push the pivot out. And that's pretty much it. Just take that scale off. Put that scale on. Take that scale off. Put that scale on. The flat part of the pivot goes toward the top, and pull the lock bar back a little bit as you are everything to line up. It's still easier. I mean, like I say, I actually did this in a hotel room, so it's actually easier than a Benchmade. And the other time that I did this, it popped right in. Let's see. Broke it. No, it's not broke. It's just not wanting to cooperate. And of course, it's being live adds another dimension to the entire process. You never want to take a knife apart for the first time on a live. There we go. All right, so put that pivot screw back in. Put the clip back in. The other clip screw. Yeah, dropped it. And then you put in the scale screws, because there's a little bit more to a disassembly and cleaning on this one. So these are just the screws holding the scales on. There you go. But I like those. These are Eagle Scout. These are a whole lot easier to do than a Benchmade or one of these things. That was very difficult. And I have some tools now, and I can't find my tools. I did some rearranging in here, and I haven't been able to locate them yet, which I need to locate them for the Benchmade. Excuse me. All right, let's see. All right, let's see what's going on. Mr. Eddie is not a fan of S90V. I was going to say that a while ago. Adventure 50, 6 minutes ago, said had to go and finish. Thank you for being here, Adventure 50, if you're still listening. This live is longer than TKE. It absolutely is not longer than TKE. Dennis says, good night. Almost his bedtime, too. Mr. Eddie says, almost 8 p.m. Oh, man. Almost 11 p.m. here. Mr. Eddie says, we're challenging TKO on who can make a reassemble more difficult. Thanks, Dana. Appreciate it. Eagle Scout, no giveaway tonight. We have giveaways on the last Tuesday of each month. We have a member giveaway and a participant giveaway. So Scott N says, only TRM I won't disassemble is the Shadow. I have. This is actually this will be the first TRM that I've disassembled, and I actually did a disassembly on it the other day. I wanted to try it out beforehand, but I also do get to do the little nerd as well, so that should be fun. No worries, Eagle Scout. Yeah, I'm not up to the Rob's Nerdy Knives level where I can give away a knife every live, but I do enjoy giving them away, and Fred's been a huge help there, donating knives for me to give away. Got some thoughts on what to do for the 1500 giveaway, but I'm not going to say just yet. But I think it's going to be pretty cool. Scott Ian says, I got to meet the folks who make and assemble all the TRMs. Yeah, they do. And it's some of them are a little more difficult than others. And like I said the other day when I put this one back together, it went together very easily. And I just made I just didn't get the pivot insertion back as smoothly as I would have liked. So we're going to try to do that one on the video, the actual scale swap video. Mr. Eddie says, I will sell you an expensive knife to give away. Oh, thank you, Mr. Eddie. I appreciate that. We'll have to talk about that. I don't know if that's in the budget, but we'll talk. But thank you. Have it. All right, you guys. I think that's gonna just about do it for this evening. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your evening, rest of your week. And hope to see you again next week. Thank y'all again. I really appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Mr. Eddie says I have payment plans. Yes, I know, Mr. Eddie. Ezel or something like that. But Robin Dallin says hello and goodbye. Thank you for being here. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate everyone in the community. And it's fun being able to hang out with you guys on pretty much a daily basis. Y'all have a good one. Thanks.